Hey everyone, it is 2:46. I am halfway done with the first blade route. Don't know what's going on with the crescents because I haven't heard anything yet. Did have enough time to deposit my blade check and get half of the blade route done. Too bad. And I will need to get gas because I'm just a mark below a half tank. I'm just a little mad at the Crescent though, the fact that I was told I wouldn't lose the pay for Evansport because Evansport post office was closing, and I drop them on in Stryker, and then I come to find out I was losing the pay. And I brought up the fact to my boss that I said, do we still get paid for the money? Yeah, you guys still get paid. She goes, I don't remember what the dollar amount is, but you guys still get paid for the mileage. So now that's making me wonder how long have I been screwed for at the Crescent? Because I've been with the Crescent for 10 years, and how long they've been screwing me over the 10 years, don't know. I wouldn't have said anything if I didn't notice my check was $60 less. My blade check goes up and down because of the amount of customers and the amount of store returns, which is understandable, but the Crescent has always been the same pay. But now that it's changed because of the drop for Evansport, it kind of pissed me off. Because $60 may not be much to some people, but it's a lot to some as well. Stuck in the door. And that was what I brought up to my boss, and she goes, and I said, you guys aren't really paying me enough to do this. I said, I told my boss, I said, if it comes to a point where there's a holiday and we're scheduled off, I said, I'm not coming in to do extra work. I said, if you guys aren't going to pay me the amount that I think I'm entitled to, I said, why should I come in and do extra work on a day that we're scheduled off? She goes, then I guess we'll save ourselves $20-some. And I'm thinking to myself, you guys aren't paying me enough to drive 30 minutes for an extra $25, especially when you guys screwed me on this check. Why my boss said, well, I'll check into it to make sure that you guys are being paid the appropriate amount for your mileage. And then my boss argued with me, saying that my route is not 160 miles. I know what it is, because I've drove that route for years, and my Fusion actually does a little readout of when you're done driving. And from the Crescent to finish is 182 miles. You take 22 miles off of that, and it comes out to be 160 miles. So it's 160 miles to do my entire Crescent route. And my boss argued with me, saying it was only 60 miles. It's like, I know what I drive. The reason why we split the Crescent route is because it's less miles. And the Blade is a lot of miles as well. But the Blade pays me for mileage. They've always paid me for mileage. And it's in my contract that they pay you for mileage. So because you get, if your customer gets added, that's a few miles out of your way, they will pay you additional mileage for it. Because I get to drop those two in Evans or in New Bavaria for the Blade route. I get paid decent just to drop two papers. So I'm going to stop it right here. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.